Good question. Good to have professional training, good for priests to have professional training because uh, we don't necessarily have the natural knowledge of, of how to deal with our emotions, especially a strength of emotion like this. Emotions are kind of chaotic and uh, and how else do I want to say this? They're risky. And the training we need is to know how to set up a space and environment in which the emotions can be safely expressed so that there's not harm done to anyone. Uh, um, and the other thing to be, you need the training. It needs to be both spiritual and psychological. Psychologically, when a person's in grief, a lot of times, a lot of other unresolved parts of their life come rushing out. They kind of latch on to this moment and come spilling out. And if you're not trained, you could be overwhelmed and wind up not being helpful to the person. You might be frightened. You might feel out of control. You might feel like this is bigger than anything I can handle. And so the professional training will help us not be surprised by the surprises that happen when a person starts sharing strong feelings like this. A lot of times it'll take them into other very painful stories or other chapters of their life. And if we're not ready for that, we might, first of all, we might cut it off too quickly. We might not be able to be patient enough to give the person the time they need to let all of that spill out in a very undefined, chaotic kind of way so that they can get to the place where they can talk about it with in a more settled, more focused way. So the training means I have to learn how to listen. I have to be knowledgeable about all the possibilities of what can happen to a person when they're grieving and when they start to express their strong feelings, and also to be able to be resourceful to them. Part of the training is knowing how to offer them continuing resources as they continue to kind of work through everything that's surfaced in this moment of their grief. A lot of times, big things come out that need a lot more time. They need a plan of aftercare. We need to be knowledgeable about that. We need to be trained in what that aftercare might look like. Whether we provide that or we point them in it. Part of the training is learning what other resources could be helpful to this person. Part of the training is knowing other resources. It might be some reading, might be other groups, it might be some counseling, it might be further spiritual help. It might be some spiritual reading. It might be continuing. This might upset their whole relationship with God. And so we need to be trained in how grief can affect a person's relationship with God. How it can affect their faith. How can it affect and how it can affect their human stability in moving forward in life. We just need a good sense of psychology and understand emotions and understand the strength and the power of grief and feelings. If we're not smart about that, we'll feel inadequate. We might feel afraid. We might feel overwhelmed, and we might feel like I don't think I can be of help to this person. And that would be bad to kind of get to that point where you feel like I don't know how to help this person. And so the more we can resource ourselves, train ourselves, be knowledgeable ourselves, then, then we're standing on more solid ground. We're more confident, and we can be more at peace and more confident when we're sitting with a person. If we feel like we know something about this territory, we need to educate ourselves about this very important human experience of sadness and grief, which comes with a whole bundle of needs and different emotions that need more than just an educated guess, but professional knowledge of what to do with the surprises that may come to us in this exploration with a person who's grieving.